Hi students, making this video from the comfort of my couch. Hope you don't mind. Today I'm going to walk through really quick how I want you to finish your quantitative data page. And I know in the past I said, hey, we're also going to make a bibliography page. For the sake of time for this unit, we need to just kind of wrap things up. Not to say that where we get this information isn't important. Most of you have either used data that I've gotten from the NASA Solar System site, so we can kind of cite them. So you don't need an official bibliography page. So we're just going to be using quantitative data. That's our last one. So you should have the intro, scale model, technology, quantitative data. You might be wondering, what if I missed a section from before? That was all on, let's say if you missed the intro or you didn't do scale model. The scores for those were all on first quarter. Okay, so if you did not complete those, you had a lot of time to do those, I'm sorry you missed out on that score, but you can still get a score for this quantitative data page. You should have already copied in your two graphs from here. Again, if you missed, I didn't do those, there's a link in today's tasks to making the graphs if you didn't do that already. Again, to copy those in, you just selected the graph, Control C, then in your quantitative data page, you pasted this in here. You should have both. Make sure that they're large enough that I can see them, and also when you do enlarge them, that the axes or the title is not cut off. The last thing you're going to do is create a brief paragraph summary describing what the graph is. I've included some examples of past QData pages, what they should look like. There is a for example here, and also an example of what a one would be. This for example, and don't worry, this particular student did 3 graphs. Don't worry, you just need two graphs. They have this supplementary paragraph that walks me through what this data is showing. Quick summary. So it does not have to be like multiple paragraphs, but notice that it's not just a sentence. This other student, although their graphs are great overall, they just put a sentence saying what it was. That's essentially like a graph title. It's no good. You need to walk me through what the relationship is, if any, between your data sets. So this one happens to be the distance from the sun compared to the number of orbital days. They told me, I really like it, what orbital days are. They mentioned what distance from the sun is. That's pretty straightforward. But they also talked about specific data points that support their claim of if a relationship was there between distance from the sun and how long it takes to go around the sun. You'd think that, yeah, your distance from the sun does affect how long it takes for you to go around the sun. So there's a relationship there, which they describe here with the appropriate data, and they also include the units for each. Notice this individual, and since this is an old project, you'll notice that there are some numbers here that are in exponent form. I changed the data so that we're not dealing with exponents. So they still provided the units. So let's say if they just gave me the number, if they just said Uranus is 2.87 times 10 to the ninth, I don't know what that means. So don't forget the unit. That will affect your score on this. So this would be a for example. And although their graph looks pretty good here, they did not get a 4 on this one because of the lack of a paragraph summary. Okay. So make sure, back at your specific page, you can include your paragraph, can be on the side, it can be below. But you should have that for both of your graphs. Two. So you have 2 graphs, 2 paragraphs. Okay. Give me a holler. If you got questions, I'm going to be grading these over the weekend. So make sure that they're in and published on Friday. Thanks, everybody.